Yeah.
Very good
Hello,
afternoon.
everyone. Okay.
So, hello everyone. Since it is an international event, so good afternoon, good morning, good evening, one and all. Amol sir, is it my voice is audible?
Yes, Jagdish sir.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Hope everyone are doing good in this pandemic situation. I, Professor Jagdish Pimple, Head of IT Department of Nagpur Institute of Technology, Nagpur. On behalf of IT Department of NIT, I heartily welcome you all for the valedictory of online one-week international webinar series on top trending technologies in the world. Hope you all are enjoyed. All the session was organized in 1 week long webinar series. The chief guest of today's valedictory program, Ms. Udaya Moni Bopan, is working as a graduate research assistant in artificial intelligence and machine learning from Malaysia. Dr. Amol Deshmukh, our beloved principal, Nagpur Institute of Technology, Nagpur, I heartily welcome you, Udaya Madam and Amol sir. Miss Udaya ma'am, I wanted to tell you we had inaugurated this international webinar series on top trending technologies with the presence of Dr. Ajit Abraham, Director MIR Lab, Washington, USA on 16th August 2020. On this 1 week long webinar series, we have called industry experts to deliver a talk on top trending technologies like soft computing, cyber security, Internet of Things, cloud computing, robotics process automation, DevOps, artificial and machine learning. I'm very glad to share that we got an overwhelming response from throughout the world. The participants from various countries like USA, Bangladesh, UK, Canada, Australia, and India were joined the session through YouTube Live and Zoom application. With this, now I request our eminent and dynamic principal of Nagpur Institute of Technology, Dr. Amol Deshmukh sir, to give the introductory remark. Sir, please.
Thank you, Jagdish sir. Well, very good afternoon to one and all. The chief guest of today's valedictory function of this particular international webinar series, Ms. Udaya Bopanna, Professor Jagdish Pimbre, and all the esteemed, researchers, enthusiasts, technology enthusiasts, and the academic and research community across the globe. Well, it's the time where we are facing a particular problem leading to a pandemic, which is COVID, and we are trying, as an institute, we are trying our best to organize, to keep motivated all our young talent and the researchers, to engage themselves on a particular platform or maybe technology, which will lead, because this is the time which we shall utilize for brushing our knowledge, or we can say some kind of projects which we can undertake during this particular time, which will lead to tomorrow's good world. So as we know, AI, ML, and the kind of technologies which we are having, they are so powerful that, and they are not limited to any particular branch or a stream. Anybody can work on that particular area. So, Jagdish sir took up this particular challenge, and he said that why not we should have, international webinar series. So, it was inaugurated by Ajit on last Sunday, and Ajit being leading the MIR labs, Machine Intelligence and Research Labs, and today we are concluding with one of the presence of eminent, I would say, personality, Udaya Bopanna. So when we talk about the technologies, surely we have to take into consideration the applications and the platforms cross platforms, and the significance of those particular projects and extension of those projects or the research to the society and to the well-being of human beings. So COVID is kind of a problem which whole of the world is facing, and I hope that somebody can take up a challenge and uh, take up a research and try to solve with maybe AI, ML, and all what kind of the many platforms are there which we have discussed. But still, many are there which we cannot explore in such a short time. But there is a need to conduct such kind of events, and Department of IT has done a wonderful job with so many international researchers and academicians who have joined this particular webinar series. So on behalf of Nagpur Institute of Technology, I wish to extend my heartfelt thanks to all our speakers, Ajit, Udaya, and all those speakers who have delivered talks during this particular time. And more than that, they have shared, they have spared, I'll say, their precious and valuable time. And thanks to all those participants also who have enthusiastically participated in this particular international webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so much, Amol sir. Thanks for your words of wisdom. Today, it's an honor to have with us Ms. Udaya Bopanna, working as a graduate research assistant in artificial intelligence and machine learning from Malaysia. She is currently pursuing a PhD in machine learning from University of Tun Hussein on Malaysia, UTHM, Malaysia. She has done her masters from Hindustan University. Meanwhile, she was selected for European scholarship and went to Yildiz Technical University, Turkey, and finished her masters. She has published 5 plus international journal paper in machine learning and deep learning and completed certification in the domain of machine learning. Ma'am, your biodata is very much enlightening us. Really, it's our privilege to have with us today. Now I request Bopanna ma'am to address the gathering. Over to you, ma'am, please.
thank you, one and all. It's really my privilege to be here. Thank you, one and all. I was just noticing all the days they are starting from 16th to 23rd. It was really interesting. The top trending technologies like cloud computing, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and deep learning, which is really interesting. And the students also can able to get a very good jobs in the industry. Even the experienced persons will also get a very good chance in this area. So these are like very interesting because the companies are really working and they want all the people to be work in this kind of artificial intelligence works. Why they exactly need is like all the data is just gathering. So they need someone to analyze this kind of data, and they need someone to analytic and to store the data like cloud computing, and to secure the data like cyber security. There are a lot of applications related to this. Like first of all, we need to understand what kind of data we are working, and after that we need to analyze the data, and we need to remove the noises from the data, and we need to convert the data to a vector kind of format. After that only we are going to use the kind of machine learning or maybe deep learning for all these analytic kind of things. Today I want to discuss some kind of applications related to artificial intelligence, as well as which are like deep learning or maybe cyber security. So first of all, we all know when we are going outside, whenever we crosses the speed limit, so we can able to see there will be like some challan is going to come to our house. So particularly there won't be any person sitting right behind there, because there are a lot of cars, bikes, everything is crossing the speed limit. There we are using the artificial intelligence, especially the computer vision, where it is going to use the surveillance camera and it is going to capture the vehicle. After that it is going to convert it into text. This is one kind of application where the traffic and the enforcement system right currently is working on. After that, these are all we know. Daily we are seeing these kind of day-to-day applications, as well as the authentication of signature of a person. especially kind of cybersecurity and mix combination of cybersecurity and artificial intelligence. This is one of the particular major problem where it needs to identify whether the signature is belonging to a particular customer of the bank or not. As well as in recent days, the companies are mostly they are going towards self-driving cars. Even recently, Amazon and Google, they are just in the competition of self-driving cars. They really want to compete with each other in times of technology, and there are a lot of problems involved in self-driving cars. The advantages and the drawbacks are there. The advantages is like in order to avoid accidents, in particularly in USA, the demanding related to self-driving cars are more. So the particularly the companies are to gain more business and everything, they are just investing a lot of money into self-driving cars. And coming to drawbacks is they can't work properly under adverse weather conditions. So there are a lot of research involved in this, as well as the companies are more concentrated, as well as investing more money. So there are a lot of more jobs are also involved in this kind of area. As well as we're all using these kind of devices in our day-to-day life, like Google Home, Alexa, and Siri. All these kinds are also like audio recognition devices, where we are going to just talk something and it able to understand what we are saying, and again it going to play a song, or it is going to give some answer. Even the Google search engine, search optimization, and we all know the chatbots, where the language translators and chatbots are very interesting topic in natural language processing. So the companies can't put employees, more employees, to sit there and to ask them to work for to give the replies to all the customers. So they just put chat box and some kind of all this technology. So this is a kind of time where the people are especially wanted to move everything into the missions. So if we can able to control the missions, how to control the missions and how to able to deal with those kind of technology, then there will be a kind of lot of jobs and everything in this, even in this corona time. Because corona is everywhere in entire the world. Even some companies are really making the sorry, okay, even a lot of companies are just removing their employees, and they were just asking their employees to, they need more, they don't need more people, because they are trying to hire some missions instead of humans. Even though we all know that artificial intelligence is a kind of intelligence where they are trying to mimic the human brain, but it is not exactly the human brain. So even though they do have missions, but still they need someone to control those kind of missions. So that's why we all these trending technologies, all these technologies are really important for the people right now, to just to survive even in this corona time, or maybe it might be in any time. Even these technologies are really helpful in, even in for corona, like creating the dashboards and tableau kind of softwares. They are just updating the things everywhere, like how the corona is just in this country in particular operating, and identifying through the surveillance camera whether the particular person is the companies are releasing, and they were investing a lot of money into this artificial intelligence. So that's why we all these trending technologies are really important for the people right now, to just to survive in this corona time.
Madam, I think your voice is breaking. I think there is
Some kind of
something.
connectivity
Yeah,
issue is
yeah,
there. Yeah.
exactly. Please.
Yeah, she has joined once again.
Yeah, yeah,
So we have to ask her to unmute.
yeah. Ma'am, please you unmute
Yeah,
yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure.
yeah, now. Yeah, I just want to tell you about the companies how they are investing more money about different kinds of applications as well in terms of research. They are investing more money as well as in terms of creating jobs. They are giving more projects in times of noise cancellation. Like they were just using this kind of softwares. They want to create this kind of software where if a person is in traffic and he is getting a phone, but all the traffic sounds and some if animals are just shouting somewhere, so all these are like noise, so they just need an artificial intelligence software where it can able to understand this sound belongs to traffic and this sound belongs to some animal, and this is the what the human is particularly saying. So these kind of softwares are they are really investing more money. Even now Amazon is investing on image searching. So it particularly wants an image where the customer wants to take an image and he wants to search based upon that image, and they needs to get all the similar products and those kind of products what they are having in their cart. So that's why all these kind of things are happening. Even coming to, there are two types of most important concepts in artificial intelligence. One is kind of machine learning and another one is deep learning. So machine learning is a kind of subset of artificial intelligence where it really needs the data, but the deep learning is also needs the data, but it is like more advantageous than compared to machine learning in terms of feature engineering and feature extraction. So coming to videos and images as well as a computer vision domain, AI in deep learning plays a very efficient role than compared to machine learning. So it doesn't mean deep learning is only the best way than compared to machine learning, but there are very simple algorithms in machine learning. We need to take a choice and we need to first of all understand what is our passion and everything, so that we, if it is your passion like artificial intelligence, then I would recommend go for deep learning. Whenever you are trying to do your project, first learn about all the basic concepts of probability, statistics and linear algebra, because the basic mathematics is lays a very good foundation. After that, go with some understanding about the data and all these things, because the data is most important whether you want to deal with a text data or a image data or a video kind of data. Because a lot of people now, the artificial intelligence, they are also working on captioning, like image captioning as well as video captioning, because previously the Netflix and the Prime, they were just in the competition, because previously they used to type all the subtitles by manually, but they need a kind of artificial intelligence which it can able to understand what the things are happening, and it should able to type everything the subtitles by its own without any proper error or anything. These kind of technologies the companies are mostly interested about. And even if we want to do some kind of these kind of things, so first we want to start with basic mathematics. After that we need to select which data we are trying to work on. Some people really interested about different kinds of fields. Some people are working on computer science background, but some others are from different background like maybe mechanical or civil engineering, but they can also apply this artificial intelligence, all these kinds of things in their field. Even the companies are showing more interest to those people who is having more domain knowledge as well in this kind of thing. So it is very important while selecting the data to choose your based upon your domain. After that you should able to understand the proper and the basic machine learning algorithms like decision trees and the bagging and twisting, all these kind of algorithms. After that, if you start with the deep learning and doing hands-on projects and all these kind of things, then you need to start doing by real-time projects like taking the real-time surveillance video and how to do with all the real kind of projects. Then only the industry is more, you can able to even do a startup and all these kind of things. these kind of things. Once you are done with everything, so right now we are also working on the same kind of project, and my PhD project is also related to the deep learning related to computer vision. So it's really very interesting. I really recommend all the students who are technologies at once, like at a time we start learning cybersecurity, and another time we'll try to learn with data analytics. It's not possible, so just try to start with one technology, choose your preferred interested technology, and go by step. And I really like to thank one and all, and the principal of NIT, and all these persons who gave me this wonderful opportunity to give this session. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words of wisdom and your valuable knowledge and time shared with us. Now, I would like to thank Ms. Daya ma'am for accepting our invitation and shown their interest for taking the part of this valedictory of International Webinar Series. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your knowledge related
Thank
to
you.
artificial intelligence and machine learning and time shared with us from your busy schedule. My deepest
Thank you.
thanks to Mr. Rahul Singh sir for delivered the talk on DevOps technology. Really, sir, you have provided a very good knowledge in a very music manner. Thank you, Rahul sir. My gratitude goes to all the keynote speakers, those who were the part of this international program. Dr. Ajit Abraham sir, Ankit Giri sir, Arpit Yadav sir, Rahul Singh sir, Sai Krishna sir, Pravina ma'am, and Nidhi ma'am for their efforts they have took place to make this webinar series successful. My heartfelt thanks to our management, Shri Anilji Deshmukh, Home Minister of Maharashtra, for his continuous support and motivation. My sincere thanks to Dr. Amol Deshmukh sir, Principal Nagpur Institute of Technology Nagpur, for his continuous support and motivation for conduction of such a type of events. I would also like to thank all the heads of the department, teaching staff, and non-teaching staff of Nagpur Institute of Technology for their support during the execution of this event. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants. They have registered and attended this webinar series with a full of enthusiasm. So thank you one and all. Have a nice time ahead. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. I request
Yeah.
Rahul sir, please
Uh,
proceed to his session. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Amol sir.
Yeah, thank you, Jagdish sir, and I would like to thank once again Ankit Giri sir, Rahul Singh sir, Sai Krishna, Nidhi ma'am, Pravina ma'am, and Arpit. Arpit is there, I suppose. I don't know whether he's joined or not, but I would like to talk about the kind of opportunities which are coming and how people are evolving. So, I mean, I remember the days when Arpit was working on some of the kind of the technologies, and now he has a full grown I'll say researcher who is working on so many. This is the beauty of technology, when we talk about for artificial intelligence and machine learning. Thank you, Arpit. Thank you, Rahul sir. You can continue.
yep.
Thank you, there, ma'am. Thank you, Amol sir. Rahul sir, please continue.
Yep. So I just wanted to open house for queries if people have any regarding DevOps.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
understand that today's session might have been a quite technical one. And the only thing which I was more worried as I was delivering the talk is the terms which I was using, right? Like the build, test. I understand from the college perspective, those terms would be quite hi-fi and quite technical for people to understand. And if I have to go into the mode of explaining each and every term, then even 2 to 3 hours would be less time. And I learned that the last session of cloud computing eventually was a very good session. I got very good feedbacks, but then to make people understand everything, it took around 2.5 hours. Right? So keeping or understanding the interest of time, I had to touch upon all the concepts of DevOps. But yeah, I'm open for question. I'm available on LinkedIn also, so people can connect if I'm not able to answer here, or if you're not able to get your questions answered here. We can also connect offline because I like to talk to people and help solve the problems. Maybe the facilities which I didn't get during my days, I would definitely look forward to maybe leverage it to you people for a better future and building a better community out there, right?
So I
Yep. So
request all the participants, if you're having any doubts or questions, so put your question on the chat box.
Okay, so I saw a few questions previously. People asked me privately that where can I learn more about DevOps. So I would say that again, DevOps is a culture. So you can definitely go ahead and read about a lot. There are a lot of articles on internet about that, and there are a lot of people who are talking about building that CI/CD. But all I request is while you're doing that, please understand what problem we are trying to solve. Okay, so just understanding maybe chef, puppet, Jenkins, gate and other things that might help you sustain your job. But in order to go to another level or to own these things, you have to understand the concepts of it. Why are we doing it? Why it is important? What kind of problems we are solving, right? So tools are just a felicitation of DevOps. Tools doesn't says that you're a DevOps. If a person in job is working, if for example, if I'm working as a DevOps engineer and I'm just doing configurations of tool, maybe installing the tool, deploying the codes rapidly and all those things, so for me that is just like a tooling engineer, that is not a DevOps engineer. So as a DevOps engineer, what I expect or what I see or what I do is I try to understand the problems. Every organization have different problems. They have different kind of frictions between the development and the operations and the business units. So as a DevOps engineer or DevOps advocate or evangelist, we have to understand these problem statements and try to address them. At times you have to think out of the box. At times you have to maybe use different kind of tools to get things done, right? So it's about that. So that was one question which I saw. And then uh, I don't see, like, people have been thanking me for the session. Thanks a lot, everyone. I appreciate. Uh, so Jagdish sir, if you have anything, you can bring that up.
And I was to put one important thing, across. This is not a kind of a question, but it's an important aspect of today's lifestyle which we are facing. And I was to purposefully highlight on that. See, every day we are facing a lot many news and challenges every day due to this pandemic and all that. But all of the world is moving towards webinars, all kind of webinars we are organizing, uh, and we are now exploring all these online platforms which were there earlier also. We were having time earlier also. I mean, but there was, what was missing was there was not a challenge like Corona. Since challenge is there, it has forced us to use all kind of our resources, to go online and connect. You know, I'm afraid if this particular challenge would not have been there across the world, such kind of things, online connectivity or utilization of time wouldn't have been there. We would have been living in all over world, uh, executing our day-to-day task, but probably we would not have gone for such kind of online information sharing or webinars or online kind of the events. Today probably we are working more than our regular hours, because we are utilizing time for online these kind of activities. So if challenge is there, it is forcing us to create the opportunities also. And this particular challenge, we have taken it in the right direction, and we said that let us, if this is there, why not to utilize our time and connect, enhance our connect, and use this particular time to motivate ourselves. This is very much required. And technologically speaking, it is the time when we say that, okay, I have to refresh this particular knowledge, or maybe this shall too pass, this too will pass, this particular phase. So I mean, there is nothing to worry. It's only a matter of time. But if you look at, for we need to prepare ourselves for the future projects. So this is the base time, and that's why we are utilizing such kind of the things. So challenges are there, probably opportunities are equally there. Only thing is that we need to tap these things, and move ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your guidance.
Yeah.
Okay, Rahul sir, I think there are no questions in the chat box. Okay, so
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we can.
thank you, Rahul sir. Thank you, Amol sir. Thank you, Udaya ma'am. Thank you, all the participants.
Thanks a lot. Have a nice time ahead.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Have a
Yeah,
good time
thanks.
ahead. Bye now.